Today we have 5'11", 225 pounds. What school do you go to?
Short University.
Shorter University. Mathematician Brandon Johnson.
Thank you all. And Basil, you fill my class. Thank you very much. Hey, welcome everybody. Those from Sweden, those in Algebra 3, welcome to Algebra 3 podcast. We are going over review section chapter 2. We're focusing on a lot of stuff. So we're going to go over the review, specifically over we're going over odds. Yeah, I'm messing this up. It's that intro. I got so pumped up. All right, so without further ado, let's get this party started, I think. Let me make sure. Can we get it started? Can we get it started? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. All right. So with that being said, I also have my first period class right here, all in. They're going to be asking and answering questions off the review. Again, we're focusing on the odd ones in this section. So let's get this party started. Do you have odd ones that you have questions over?
Number one.
Okay. Do you not understand number one?
I'd like to go over.
All right, let's go over number one. Woo! That's Basil all the way from Mississippi. His origin is from Sweden, so if you were wondering. All right, so as we begin this, the first thing on the first about 4 of these, really any of the ones from numbers 1 to number 11, we are focused on first factoring these, okay? First factoring. So what can we do on the top to factor?
Well, x squared.
Good, yeah, we want to pull out that x squared. And what would we be left with once we're done with that?
X minus 2.
X plus 2, right? X plus 2. Good. All right. All right, here we go. Help me out. This out.
X plus 2.
Good. X plus 2 is going like a freight train. And now I'm left with x squared as my answer. Am I done?
No. X cannot equal negative 2.
Good. Remember restrictions. In this would be x is not equal what?
2. Negative 2.
Negative 2. Very good. We leave that as is. B.
Second problem.
Well, that's not.
I said no for the second problem. I was gonna say number 7. So try again.
Okay. BW.
Big give some.
I got a different answer than the study guide, so
Probably got it wrong.
All right. Let's look at it. 2x minus 7. Okay. All over x squared minus 4, and then we multiply by the remainder, which was x plus 3 over x minus 2.
9. Number 7?
Is that right?
No.
Oh, my fault.
Oh, Jay.
Good night. I'm struggling. I'm losing my reputation. All right, here we go. All right. Wait, what is it? At 2x minus 7.
Wait, can I tackle this one?
X squared minus 9. Yeah, I got you, Basil. Minus x minus 10 all over x squared minus 9. Basil, go ahead.
Well, I got a real quick question.
Okay.
I know you're supposed to factor, but since they're already common denominators, you don't really need to, right?
Correct. We don't need to.
2x minus x, which becomes 1x, or just x.
Okay, so 2x minus x, which will be x.
Yeah.
Good. So we'll just put x on the bottom here. Go ahead.
Negative 7 minus 10, which is some number.
Okay, that's probably what a lot of people would do. I will tell you this. Go, Des. Exactly. Make sure this negative doesn't just go to x. Make sure it also goes to that 10 to make that positive 10.
So will it be 3?
Good.
X plus 3.
So we have x plus 3 over
X plus 3.
x squared
minus 9.
minins 9.
And then your restrictions would be x cannot equal 9 or negative 9.
Okay, well, back up for me for just a second.
When did the x plus 3? Because you have the factor, right?
Yeah. Shoot, you're right.
Hey, y'all, let's do this because we're on a podcast. Again, doesn't bother me normally, but just make sure we're talking one at a time so that those that are on there can hear one person there. Brandon, you said it. What can we do to factor there?
X plus 3, X minus 3.
Good. So on the bottom, we got x plus 3, x minus 3. Excellent. Can I cancel it all?
Yes.
Which would be?
X plus 3.
Good. And so what would be my answer?
X minus 3.
Be careful.
1
over
x minus 3.
X minus 3. And where x cannot be equal to and
3 and negative 3.
negative 3. You might say, well, Coach, I thought we canceled it. You're right. We still have to put that restriction there. X can still not be equal to 3 and negative 3. So that's how we would simplify on that. Here's the one thing that a lot of people miss. Just dumb little things is what we missed on the quiz. The reason why we got that 43 out of 50 is because we really missed like little things. That negative distributing. All right, stuff like that, making sure we simplify and go from there. T rhombus. Number 5. T rhombus comes in with number 5 here. All right, let's do number 5. 6x plus 2 over x squared minus 1, and then we divide by 3x squared plus x all over x minus 1. Okay. My first thing I do is
Factor.
factor. If I can factor, that's my first step. Is there anything I can do on the top left to factor? Good. Nicely done, Des. Nicely done, Rhombus. Take a 2 out. Leave myself with x plus 1. Okay. Oh, yeah. My apology. Good. Just making sure you saw that there. We leave that with 3x plus 1. Excellent. What about bottom left? What can we do with that? Good. X plus 1 and x minus 1. Very good. What do we do with this right side?
Flip it.
Okay, if I flip it, I'm finding the what? Reciprocal. Good. Justin started it. BW ended it. Love it. So we're going to flip this over to where now we have x minus 1 on top. And then what will I have on the bottom?
X, 3x plus 1.
Good. X times 3x plus 1 on the bottom. Again, don't look at that inside because I've already flipped it and factored it towards the bottom. All right? Am I going too quick? Are we good? What can we do now?
2 times x plus 1.
Okay, yeah.
So you
So
cross out 3x plus 1.
good. Cross out 3x plus 1 and cross off
X minus 1.
x minus 1. Good. What would be my answer?
2
Wait,
over
where'd you get x minus 1?
There's one on the top right and one that should be on the bottom left.
2.
So,
Oh, yeah. Well, it's x plus 1.
yeah. I'm saying the ones we canceled out. You probably already canceled it out. To leave me with 2 over x plus 1.
No, it'd be 2. It'd be 2 squared plus x. Right?
Say that one more time.
It'd be x. It'd be x squared plus x, right? Oh wait.
The X that was left over.
Oh, yes. So I should make sure, yeah, we'll include that x there. We could just say x times x plus 1 or x squared plus x. Either way, I'll take. What can x not be equal to?
-1.
1, negative 1.
1, negative 1.
1/3.
What about, 1/3, but it should be negative 1/3, right? Because this is 3x plus 1. And then what about that x? What should x not be equal to in that one?
Negative X.
0.
0. Very good.
So what's
That's
your
a-
final answer?
Yeah, so my final answer is 2 over x plus 1 times x. And then, or you could say x squared plus x, either way.
Why would it be 0? Sorry.
Great question. Look at the bottom. If I set each of these 4 equal to 0, right? And these are the ones right here, those 4. This x, if I set that equal to 0, x would be equal to 0. Very good. Yeah. So we would leave that as is. 1, negative 1, negative 1/3, and 0. Great questions. Man, these are great questions. Do you have any other ones out there that you're thinking, man, I'm struggling on?
23.
23. Let's take a look at it. Do this one. 23. Oh, yeah, that one. I don't even know how to solve this one. I'm not even sure.
Oh my.
Good luck on that. I'm just messing. All right, what are we trying to solve for on this?
P.
Okay, P. So if I were to solve for P, I always like to circle what I am solving for. All right, if I'm solving for P, I'm going to circle it right there. Now, since there's 2, this is where it becomes a little tricky. But because they're on the denominator side, let's break this fraction up a little bit to where PR is underneath A and PR is underneath negative P. So would you agree that I could actually break this up to A over PR minus P over PR as well, right? Okay. Did you see that?
No.
Is everyone clear? Basil, you don't? You see how PR is on the bottom?
Yeah.
All I'm doing is I put it under A and I put it under the other P, to where I just broke it up into what's in yellow.
Okay.
Follow me?
Can you do that?
I can absolutely do that, because as long as I do it, I'm okay. And again, all I'm doing is taking 1 and breaking it up into 2, as long as I put it underneath both.
Okay.
Now, do you see anything that could cancel in either of those? Yeah,
P.
the P right here, right? Leaving me with 1 over R. Now, it makes it a little easier now, because now I've got 1 big P that I can solve for. Now I don't have 2. So how can I get rid of the 1 over R?
Multiply by R.
Okay, you think that, right? You would think, actually? What would that look like? What would that look like there?
Multiply by R.
Yeah.
Do it times like on both sides. So it'd be like
Okay.
right there, like on the side right there.
Yes, you could do that.
Wait, Coach Jay, Justin has an interesting question.
Go ahead, Justin.
No, I don't. I don't know why.
You sure?
We're live.
I thought you did. I thought you did.
Guys, help me out, okay? Right now, not the time. All right, now when we're doing this, we're wasting time on this. So we could multiply by R, right? My big thing is, instead of multiplying by R, let's get rid of this negative 1 over R. So we're going to eventually do that. But is there a way I can get rid of that negative 1 over
So add.
Add it, exactly. So there's not a cookie cutter way of doing it, but if you do that, then all of a sudden we have T plus 1 over R equals A over PR. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to change colors here so you can see it. So again, I'm still solving for P. So what can I do to get that P by itself?
Multiply by P. Oh wait, no.
Okay, I like that. I would actually multiply. I would say I'd multiply by PR to get rid of that denominator, because I don't like anything that's like a fraction. I'd like it. It's easier if it's everything that's on the top. So if I put it,
Question.
yeah, go ahead, Basil.
Why don't you just divide by A right now? Next thing, or multiply by.
Like multiply by. I can't multiply by A because it's on the top, right?
Divide by it.
You could. I see what you're doing, and you could actually probably get to the answer that way. The problem is P's still on the bottom, and we'd still have to figure out how to get it to the top.
But then once you divide by A, wouldn't you just divide by P or divide by R?
It'd be 1 over P.
Well, it's on the bottom, right?
You
So-
multiply it by R.
It would be multiplied by R multiplied by P, right?
Yeah.
So it would. You're still doing that. This is just the easier way. You could do that method, Basil, absolutely.
All right, you.
But the goal is, since it's on the bottom, we want to try to get it to the top.
I got you.
Okay. And again, this one's a tougher one. Probably the toughest one on the review. So what I cancel now, I've got A equals PR times T plus 1 over R. Now, this is not too bad. Is there anything that I could think of doing here to get that P to where that's the only thing on the outside? How could I get that R on the inside?
Distribute.
Yeah, just distribute, right? So if I distribute that, that would be what on the inside?
RT
Yep, TRRT. It's up
plus
to you. Plus what?
1 R squared or 1 R.
Well, R would be on the top, right? It'd be like R over R, which would just be
1.
1, right? So it actually would cancel here, just leaving me with 1 right there. Okay. All right. So here's what I've got. Des, can you see this up here? P
We are.
times TR plus 1 equals A. Okay. Can you see that now? That's really what we have now. Now, question: how can I get the big P by itself? Divide by what?
TR plus 1.
Nice, Colin. Because these are now multiplied with P here. If I divide by TR plus 1, P would be equal to A over TR plus 1. Because these are being multiplied. So to break that up, we use the kryptonite of dividing, and then we'll divide by TR plus 1 to get that answer. Okay, Ryan?
Wait, so did the R from the PR just cancel out the 1 over R?
Yes, because if you did, it would be R over R. What's R over R? Just 1, which is what we put there. And so, yeah, it would cancel it out.
Your final answer would be P equals A over TR plus 1.
Excellent.
Why
Say that again.
Why would it not be R squared?
Great question, because this was 1 over r, right? If r was on the top, you'd be right. It would be r squared. But since r is on the bottom, 1 over r times r, right, would be like r over r, which would cancel. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes?
Okay, I'm a little confused
Go
on
ahead.
how we got from multiplying the PR to it being TR. Like,
Oh, yeah. This was the part. Can you see this right here? If you want to stand up real quick, you can kind of check it out.
I know, but I don't understand why it's TR.
Yeah, so this was PR.
Yes.
Follow me? I'm just distributing the RN to get that P by the only thing that's on the outside.
Okay.
So when I do that, this was just T. So when I distribute, it'd be TR plus R over R. R over R was 1, right? So TR plus 1 is what I would end up getting when I distribute that RN. Make sense? A little bit. Again, you can check it out on the other podcast. I go into a little bit more depth into it too. And we can also look at that tomorrow morning as well. On the test, there is not one that, in my opinion, is not as tough as this one on the test. One that's on the test, and actually did it in the other class, number 22, is a little easier to manage. Number 22 would be a good one for the test. So just a heads up there. All right. Great questions. Any other odd ones you can think of?
17.
17. I hear you're 17. All right. 17, 3x plus 5. Let's see what else. X minus 3 equals 5. Now, what if this was equal to 0? What could I do to solve for x?
Just put those bad boys equal to 0.
Yeah, equal to 0, rock and roll and go. Now, what can I do on this one if they're equal to 5?
Minus 5? Foil.
Yeah, we can FOIL and then subtract 5, exactly. To where then it's equal to 0. So what could I do what would I get when I factor, or I'm sorry, distribute that?
Yeah,
Show me what.
squared
Okay?
plus 9x minus 9.
Minus 9.
We can do it inside first. Plus 5x
Perfect.
minus 9x minus 15.
Good. Equals 5, right? Now, what do I need to do, Hans, with that 5 that's on the right side?
Subtract it over. It would be -15 minus 5.
Good. Which would be
-20.
-20. Nicely done, Hans Basil. Very good. What's 5x minus 9x?
4x.
We get -4.
-4x. Very good. And again, this is equal to 0. Now, you can do this a number of different ways. Quadratic formula is one way. You could also do it by factoring. I will tell you this. Here's the only thing that I feel like might be a little bit of a struggle for you, but the review does it for you on that one. 16 through 20. Just check that out. Notice that I did not tell you what method to use. Guess why? I don't care. Okay? I'm going to tell you're going to have to kind of figure out which method works the best for each. So again, quadratic formula I'll give to you on the test. But as far as everything else, just be leery of that.
All right, can we just factor that one just for my sake?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So factoring it, what would we get when we factor?
3x and x.
Okay.
And then, I don't know.
What two numbers multiply to equal -20? Okay, 4 and 5, with one being negative, right? We could kind of divvy that out.
Yeah, but that won't work.
Okay. What other ones are there? See again? 10 and 2. Good. Good, Hans. All right, very good. So if we plug these in, and I still don't think that that's going to be,
-10 and 2.
oh, yeah, that might be good. -10 and 2, right? Because what 3x would be with what?
The 2.
-10.
The -10.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the 2 would be with the positive, with the x there.
Oh, wait.
And if you're confused on that, -10 times x is -10x. 2 times 3x is 6x. 6x minus 10x gets me -4x. And again, that's just something, the way that I think through it. How many of you do the A times C method? Good. That's perfect. I'm okay with that. Yeah. A times C would be, let me do this.
Wait, so
Go ahead, Bass.
then your answers would be x equals 10 or 10 over 3 and then -2?
X would be equal to 10 over 3 and -2. Very good. Excellent. So come back to what you were saying, Justin, on this situation. I start off, let me do it in yellow. That way you can see it. Okay, I start off with 3x in here. Okay? The a times c does a and c. 3 times negative 20 is negative 60, right? So what two numbers when multiplied get me negative 60, but when added get me to negative 4? 10 and 6, right? Yeah, negative 10, positive 6. Can I take anything out of 3x plus 6? Of 3, good. And the 3x minus 10? No, I can't. So I'm left with 3x minus 10 and x plus 2. And that's, again, the same way of doing it. Be careful. Just make sure you take something out. Other than that, you're good. Okay. All right, any other odd out there? Do you have any other odd? I'm not saying you're odd, but any odd ones out there? I know I'm not odd. I'm not short either. Questions? People in Sweden think I'm like 6 feet because they never see my stature. So. I am not. I'm 5'4". Say again. 33. 33. Awesome. All right, let's take a look at it. All right, 3 times. Oh, let's do a different color. I'll be messed up. Here we go. 3 times 2x minus 1. This helping y'all out, by the way?
Yeah.
I'm hoping so. I know it's not the most riveting, but I'm hoping that this will help you out not only right now, but also later on as well. All right, this one's number 33. Now, what are we doing with this specific interval notation problem to solve for x? What do we need to do first? Distribute. Very good. That's what PEMDAS says, right? All right, PEMDAS there. So we're distributing the 3 across to get what? Good. 6x minus 3. And what about the negative 2? What do we do with that one? Good. And what would we get when we distribute negative 2? Good. Plus 8. And how do we – now I will tell you this. If we could look up here for just a second, if I see this, I'm telling you right now, you handcuff me. There's no way I can give you any credit if you do the following. Right here on this right side, I see this time and time again. People add 7 and 2 to get 9 and then distribute.
Oh.
Okay? I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that do that. Please don't.
Sin, baby.
I cannot give you any credit if you do that. So please make sure you don't do that. So, exactly.
7 plus
That's right.
6 plus 8.
Good. 7 plus 6 plus 8x. Good, Justin. All right. Now let's combine like terms. On the left side to get 4x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 13 plus 8x. So I'm going to subtract 8x to get the x on the left side. And what I do now is I get negative 4x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 13. Subtract 5 to both sides to get 8 on that right side as well. So if I've got negative 4x is greater than or equal to 8, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here because I think this is important. Negative 4x is greater than or equal to 8. What do I do to solve for x?
Flip the sign.
Good. But if I divide by negative 4, you said it, Justin, flip the sign to where now it is x is less than or equal to negative 2. Anytime I divide by a negative, I have to flip the sign. Now, I will tell you this. I may have messed up on this one, and so I want to be clear on this. Make sure if you flip the sign, if it has an equal sign, don't take it out, or vice versa. Okay? Do not do that. Just keep it. Just flip it. Okay? What you see is what you get. I think I misspoke in a class, and I don't remember who.
I just have a small question. It doesn't have anything to do with that problem.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm done.
Is that it for that problem?
That would be it. That's interval notation. Do you know how to graph it, Justin?
Yeah, we went over it though. I kind of did.
Oh, that's interval. So you just treat it like an equal sign, right?
Correct. The only difference is if you divide by a negative number. We talked about that.
Yeah, that's easy peasy lemon squeezy.
POC?
POC.
That's right. All right, so this one is x is less than or equal to negative 2, which means this is negative 2, right? And if it's less than or equal to, that means it's going to the right, or to the left, rather. Okay, because if it's less than or equal to, that means it can be -2 or, and again, make sure it's filled in. Okay? B-Dub, go ahead, man.
If it's 4x minus 1, would you factor that to 2x plus 1, x minus 1?
4x minus 1?
Yes.
4x minus 1 cannot be factored. Because now if I said, now you just can't factor that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't have a GCF, can't factor that. T-Raps, Rhombus?
You go for a 9. There's one part in the key. Just agreed.
Number 9, actually, City of Children wants to say hi to y'all. So just wanted to make sure.
What's up?
Yeah. Number 9. All right. X over x squared minus 9. Okay, plus x minus 1 over x squared minus 5x plus 6. Okay? And this is good stuff right here. This is slap your mom good. I don't even know if I should say that on YouTube, but it's a good one. Okay? Can we factor this?
Yes.
Okay, to what?
X plus
X
3,
minus 3, x plus 3. My bad.
Good, x plus 3, x minus 3. What about the bottom right?
X minus
3,
2. Good, x minus 3, x minus 2. So what is the CD?
X plus 3, x minus 3, x minus 2.
Good. Miranda, T rhombus.
But you have to multiply first. You have to problem
Okay.
so you can distribute it.
Yeah, well, distribute what? What do you, on the
right side, you would put x plus 3.
good. On the right side, we're missing x plus 3. So like BW saying, we got to put x plus 3 top and bottom. What about left side?
X minus 2.
Good. X minus 2, put top and bottom.
Then you distribute.
Good. So x minus 2 times x gets me?
X to the second minus 2x.
Good. X squared minus 2x. And what about this top right side?
Ooh, that's tough.
X squared
Minus 2x.
minus 3x. Good.
For some reason, the key said on the right side it's x squared plus 2x minus 3.
Yeah, I think they cute.
I could have been wrong on that.
Okay.
Could have been wrong. You know, sometimes Michael Jordan misses one. It's rare, but he misses one. Same thing with me.
I've never
Just-
seen a miss on a thing. How long have you ever seen him play?
Man, someone's got jokes right now. All right. So coming back to it, B. Actually, I think I was right. I was wrong. I think there was some. Yeah. Let me show you what I mean by that.
All right.
If I distribute x to x, that's x squared. X times 3 is positive 3x, right? Remember, because you're distributing.
We did the minus x at the.
Because then you go to -1. What's -1 times x? Negative x. You're distributing, and -1 times 3 is -3. So if I'm combining, I have x squared and x squared makes me 2x squared. What's -2x, 3x, and negative x? 0. Nice. And then minus 3, and I put it all over my. That was awful.
Wait.
All over my common
Well,
denominator.
didn't you say you wouldn't distribute the x like you do -1, distribute that to the x and 3? So then that would make it -1x minus 3.
Good. That's exactly what I got here. -x minus 3. But remember, I had to distribute the x2 to get x squared plus 3x.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm trying to see where I get. Alright.
I think you probably messed up here.
Yeah.
You know, maybe messed up there. All right. By the way, what is x not equal to there?
1, 2, 3, 3, and 2.
Positive, -3, and 2. Excellent.
Are you're gonna tell us when you want us to write the restrictions or not?
Yes, on there, I will tell you on there, hey, here's the answer and here's the restrictions, okay? So that you don't forget. On the quiz, a lot of you forgot it. I was very lenient. I gave a lot of leeway to you on the quiz, all right? And that's fine. But the test, you're going to need to be very specific on that there, okay? Do you have any other questions for me? All right. Let me do this. Does anyone want to sign us out? Sign us out, anybody? Sign us out. Hey, everybody. Those from Sweden, thank you so much for watching today. If you have any questions, hey, come on in tomorrow morning with the help session, and we'll get underway. Thank you so much, and happy studying. Bye.
Stay classy, sweetie.